Hello. So, as I said before, that we'll be looking at some few examples that will guide us, that will guide us, or you on how we can trade. We can be trading these financial markets. So, this is Chef JPY. I think we had a news during the night. I think if I'm not mistaken, because this is not a normal candle. Once we switch to small time frame, we can see that we had a very nice push to the downside, then a small rejection. So basically, what the market did here, yeah, we had a news, but this news, this candle this week came just to take some liquidity. First pushed to the downside, then it came again take some liquidity to the upside before proceeding again descending. So this is Chfjpy. Um, I think it was news based on JPY because all JPY pairs reacted at some point. So this is constant time frame. This is 1 hour. Once we make our shift at this point, we'll find that all the areas of liquidity have already been consumed along the way that price was ascending. So once we go to the 30 minutes as our constant time frame, we find that our shift is at this point, but we still have an inside formation here that price didn't consume respectively. Let me put it well. This is an inside formation. So we mark this area as our area of liquidity. So some people might mark up to this point here, the higher, but let's mark at some people might mark up to this point here, but let's mark um along this way just to reduce some risks of us being taken out at a huge stop loss. Um, So this is our area of liquidity. This is 30 minutes. Hence we go to 5 minutes to look for engineer liquidity and take our entry since we have yeah, that's it. So we come up to this point here, look for engineer liquidity. We find that our engineer liquidity is at this area. This is our engineer liquidity. We don't have any other engineer liquidity. So our stop loss here was 4 pips. Um, Go back to 5 minutes time frame, set our troubled areas. So for instance, at this point, your first troubled area should be this one. This should be your first troubled area. Even this one isn't a case, it should be your first troubled area. So your entry here, your entry at this point, or your exit here. It was a very sharp trade, and 86 pips is your take profit. So what is the logic behind this trade? Um, we had a very nice trend to the downside, then we had a change of trend again to the upside, but the price was going up in order to take the liquidity along this area so that it can continue to drop. That's why we see that we had a pump right away from this point. Price came to take some liquidity at this area of liquidity before proceeding to come and take it along this area of liquidity, then it dropped to the downside. So that's why I said you need some logical thinking sometimes when you analyze the market. You need a very good way of how you can approach the market. Don't just go and think that we are supposed to drop to the downside since we already had this nice structure that needs to break to the downside. But how can we drop? We need to take some liquidity in order for us to drop. Are we clear? So the liquidity were grabbed along this area for continuation. Then after continuation, where will the trend end? At this point. And that's why you see when you put your first troubled areas, the price takes it right away, then then proceed. So for someone who was supposed to trade the continuation, he was supposed to trade from this area, waiting for the price to reach this point up, then sell from this point up to the downside. So this is how we trade news as well, and this is how we trade continuation. And I mean, we trade the normal price, just technical analysis. So this is also a top-down analysis. From top to down, as you can see, I went for my shift, went for my formation, because we saw all these um, areas of liquidity were already being consumed. So what area was it left that wasn't being consumed? This was only area that we need to consider. Then the price thereafter came and take the liquidity. Now it proceeds to the downside.